basket got sold. It's okay, bro.
What?
You got to feel the pain. You
I'm
learn.
feeling the pain.
Sorry?
I'm feeling the pain.
What are you feeling?
I feel like a fire is burning in my stomach right now.
Fuck yeah, there is. Because you just got to, now, it's using that fire to be able to get better. In this video, I'm going to show you where my student set fire to an $8,000 deal in the first 5 minutes of the call. And this is a prospect who needed the service. He believed it could grow the business, and he rated the solution an 8 out of 10. Here's the part that drives me absolutely crazy. My student still managed to get him to turn around and give him a think about it. And the thing, it wasn't a bad deal. This wasn't even a weak offer. It was just a very expensive sales mistake I watch most closers make every single day. And the thing is, they blame the prospect. And if you don't know me, my name is Adnan, and I have been involved in over $32 million in sales. I've personally produced $135,000 commission months, and I've coached sales reps who earn $20,000, $30,000, and some over $80,000 a month in commission. I'm the founder of the Remote Closers Blueprint and the creator of the RCB signal-based closing principle. This is where I train closers to recognize small signals that determine where prospect buys in or they buy out. So when I tell you that this deal was lost before the price even came up, I'm not guessing. I'm going to show you exactly what happened in the moment and why it happened. And for you, I want you to pay close attention. I want you to pay close attention to when the prospect says he likes the company, that it's small, and then 10 minutes later uses that as a weapon against the closer. Something changed between those two moments. And if you can't identify that, then this is probably where you're creating your own objections and you're leaving money on the table for yourself. So let's get into the call. I'll show you where it happened. Give me one call that you didn't close, that you think you could have. Got it.
There was like a part in the 7-day fast track where you explained how you self-sabotaged yourself from closing a deal. I think that's what I did here as well. I just said some random shit out the blue and it just fucked me over.
Oh, fuck, why did I say that?
Yeah.
All right, let's go through this.
I study myself out to like cousin right now, so I rely on them. So when they're quiet, I'm quiet.
Do you actually run your own business or right? So are you in resi or are you more so commercial?
No. Okay. So right now I'm still in the restaurant at the.
I'm based out west.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Well, look, I'll walk you through the systems and processes to cover how we can actually help you with getting more work for the business. But I can get a good understanding of your business first, see if this aligns. If it doesn't, I'll point you in the right direction at the end. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. So what are you hoping to get out of today's conversation? That way we can focus on what's actually important to you.
Look, I'm looking for more jobs and stuff. As I said, right now I rely on my cousins and whatnot and some odd jobs. I'm doing through a bit. High pay just sucks. Terrible. Yeah. And then I get that many calls from agencies and whatnot. But I saw yours pop up on Instagram. Yours seems like you do a lot more. I'm curious about how you get the work.
Do you actually remember which ad you came from?
It was yours on Instagram.
Was it the video of me or was it just the static image?
I think it was the static image. Yeah, I clicked it and then your video popped up.
And how long have you actually been relying on word of mouth and your cousin's referrals for?
Oh, 2 months now, 3 months.
And how long have you been in business?
By myself, yeah, like 3 months.
We're gonna need to change a little bit of this opening, but we also need to change because the thing is that he gave you. So what was the objection first?
You just needed to think about it. He said, give me a day and I'll come back to you tomorrow. He actually did come back to me and said no, didn't want to move forward. But
say why?
I actually can't remember.
That's fine. So the reason I'm saying this, right, is because he said he went through a static image. Even in that, you can go, great. You see, a lot of people say really similar. It's crazy. Some people, can you believe there's guys out there who talk about how static image wouldn't work anymore? It's the same marketing you came through, the same marketing we teach you. So it's cool to see it work still, right? But it just adds the evidence, stacks it up. A lot of guys say really similar when they come to us. High pages, a lot of guys come to us saying really similar. So it just adds evidence. Like a lot of guys like you come to me saying very similar. So just instead, rather than saying, don't get me started, a lot of guys come to us saying really similar. And then they go, oh, well, a lot of guys like me are here, so I feel safe. Because remember, we all congregate as groups, so they all want to feel safe. I want to either be a people I want to be like or people I am like. That's it. So good opening, just needs a really strong dial in with the factor of evidence from the get-go.
Wait, what do you mean by strong dial in?
It's just being able to use the evidence that he's given you. For example, high pages, a lot of guys come to us saying similar. Same thing, the static, right? Get crazy to see the static still working. Most people say the statics don't work anymore. It uses the evidence that's in front of you, and then that solidifies his decision making because then you'll feel like, yeah, it's actually true. And then you have so many points where you're going, he's saying, and then yes. And the final yes becomes I've said yes so many times, I've got to do it.
Oh, what does that do?
And if you keep on telling someone yes, and they keep saying yes, it's going to be half of them saying no later because they kept agreeing.
I see.
Keep going.
Oh, so you're pretty fresh.
Very fresh.
And what are you actually seeing with word of mouth and referrals that has you get into the marketing side of things?
So the word of mouth I get, it's all just small jobs, which you don't want to do, like 1 GPO and stuff like that. It's I don't want to do that. That stuff's actually like a waste of time. It's just, or like I just want to just clients, and then, like it just asked him to be getting those sort of clients. And
Right. And based off referrals alone, how many leads do you actually get per month? I know you've only been in business for only 3 months now, but I just kind of want to gauge where you're coming out with things.
Well, that's where I'm sort of stepping up. As I said, like, it's been a lot through my cousins, and then because one of them's got a really good electrical business, and the other one's a mechanic, so I do the electrical for him.
Right.
But when they're quiet, I'm quiet.
So you're kind of relying on your cousins for work, is that right?
Yeah.
Right. And what actually?
Take that out. He just said it.
He said what?
He just said he relies on his cousins and those sort of things a few times, and then you just said it again. You had him say it again. Okay. Example 5. You put it like this. Say me and you go out for dinner, right? I go, all right, Oscar, what do you want to eat? Just say something. Steak. So it sounds like you want to eat steak? How weird does that sound?
It sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like, because it's like when you go out for dinner, you want to get steak, Diet Coke, and some chips. Oh, so what I'm hearing, it sounds like you want to eat steak, Diet Coke, and chips. You're like, I just fucking said it, bro. So that's why you have to be able to go, well, so you want to have essentially a smooth transition to the next question. So what we want to do is, what's the next phase of the script after this? We got a little intro. What's the next?
That's the thing. I don't know.
So what do you want to get? What do we need to get now? Intuitively.
So we've got his problem.
Yep.
Solution. Has he tried anything?
No, not yet. What do we want to dial in first? Because it starts with P. Problem. We want to get clear problem. We got a problem. However, the thing is that I want to get booked out, and I'm relying on the boys. We need to extrapolate that problem so much. Relying on my cousins. So we need to extrapolate the problem. And you relying on them, how is that affecting your business at the moment? And how long is that been going on for? And what is it about relying on them that you don't like?
So just
probe and clarify. I've got a probe and clarify training I'll give you as well.
Yes, please.
I'll be doing it with the other boys. But this will help you a lot on being able to stop pushing, because the thing is, though, he's so surface level. And you're in the friend zone of sales at the moment. We got to get below the surface.
Well, that's where I'm sort of stepping up. As I said, it's been a lot through my cousins, and then because one of them's got a really good electrical business, and the other one's a mechanic, so I do the electrical for him. Right. But when they're quiet, I'm quiet.
Relying on your cousins for work, is that right?
Yeah.
Right. And what actually shifted you in the last couple months that makes this important to address now?
I was doing a job down the
Yeah.
There's like a massive.
So was this when you were full time working on another company?
So before 3 months, I was on down the south coast for 9 months. Right. So I came back, finished that job. That's when I wanted to start my own thing. Yeah. So then I was working with my cousin doing a big job in Moscow, but then the client has sacked the builder, so it's a contract changeover. That's where he sort of went quiet, and that's where I was for a little bit quiet.
So in that time, have you actually tried anything to bring in more work for yourself, Will?
Pages, and then I did another guy, sort of what yourself was doing, but then
you talked to another guy. No, I saw that one.
Oh, he was shit. He was just
another marketing agency.
He was just spilling a bit too much porridge.
What do you mean by that?
Just promising the world and then saying how he was going to do this, and then I actually knew the guy who I knew a guy who used him, and I called him up. And he was bad.
Oh, so bad testimonial. Right. So if we were to actually map out the specifics of what's missing.
All right. So the objection you're going to get.
Sorry?
You know what objection you're going to get now. You're going to get to think about it. How did you pre-handle it? If you did.
I'll ask him what makes him want to go and think about it.
The thing is, though, what you know is hearing that now with hindsight, did you going to get to think about it?
Well, when I was on the call, probably not.
So what you are going to get served is a big fat dirty think about it now, which is what you got, right? Because the thing is, he's talking about it right now. He goes, oh, I didn't go to the guy. So, because he didn't buy with him, right? So what he did is he said, oh, I got to go think about it. And he went and called his mate. So that's your clue. So he didn't buy with that guy. Think about it. Every time someone tells you, I didn't buy from somebody previously and I spoke to someone else, do you think that's a red flag?
Yeah, definitely.
So you got your red flag. We're 5 minutes and 7 seconds in. We've got the red flag now. We know we're going to get to think about it. So we need to double down on his problems. We need to double down on his consequence. We need to double down on why he needs to run his business and scale his business and why he's not getting leads the way he wants to. So we need to start pushing pain. We need to add salt to the wounds very quickly. Because the thing is, though, he is the type of prospect who is all talk. He'll talk about it and say all this sort of stuff. And then he'll say he wants to commit and those type of things. But the way he's talking right now, he's not going to commit. So we need to be able to get the problem really dialed in and figure out the gap between what he wants and where he is right now. We have to be able to stop essentially putting salt in the wounds.
I don't think I did or found his pain enough for him to actually very surface level stuff.
That's okay. So obviously this is why we do training, but this is where you need to almost look at this and you need to listen to your calls. And when you're listening to calls, you don't want to listen to the calls for what is the prospect saying. You need to listen to your calls for what is the prospect meaning. What I'm going to teach you when you're going through this process is Imagine your prospect as if they have little invisible subtitles underneath the call, and you're speaking to them, and you're like, what are you saying? What are you meaning? What are you thinking? Because this part here.
In that time, have you actually tried anything to bring in more work for yourself, Will?
Did the high pages, and then I did another guy, what yourself was doing. But then
you talked to another guy. I can ask.
You cheating on me already. Crack a little joke. Oh, you cheating on me. Or you cheating on him.
Pattern interrupt?
Sorry?
Is that a pattern interrupt?
It's just cracking.
It's just a joke.
Yeah, it's just cracking a little joke.
Shit. He was just
another marketing agency.
He was just spilling a bit too much porridge.
What do you mean by that?
Just promising the world, and then and then saying how he was going to do this, and then I actually knew the guy who I knew a guy who used him, and I called him up. And he was bad.
Oh, so bad testimonial, right? Right. So if we were to actually map out the specifics of,
you just brushed past that, where you really need to double down. And what was the bad?
Yeah.
But one thing is, we're out of sequence at the moment, so we need to go back to the problem. The problem is back here.
Electrical business, and the other one's a mechanic, so I do the electrical for him.
Right.
But when they're quiet, I'm quiet.
So hearing that, because that is essentially what is called what I call is blood in the water now. So now, if you're a shark, you need to start circling, right? Not saying that you're a shark, because we're not sharks. However, the thing is, what it is you need to start being aware of what's happening in the situation. If they're slow, I'm slow. What would you say now, knowing what you know?
I said it was like things have been slow. Maybe why do you think it's been slow?
Nah, we know why it's being slow. Because he has no leads. Because he has no marketing. So the thing is, no. What did he just say?
Isn't it just
cousins? And then because one of them's got a really good electrical business, and the other one's a mechanic, so I do the electrical for him.
Right.
But then when they're quiet, I'm quiet.
So it's dependent on his mates. Oh, I should. So just maybe going down that path of, so you've been relying on your mates, like, is that how you've been running things this whole time, kind of thing?
Well, no, because that's a lazy question. Because what do you think he's going to say?
Pretty much.
Well, pretty much. And then what are you going to say from that?
Nothing. It's pretty close-ended.
Exactly. So you're carrying the conversation on your back. This is the problem, bro, because what's going to happen when you ask lazy questions, you get a lazy answer, which means you have to carry the conversation. And as soon as that happens, it creates friction and you get exhausted quickly. So what you need to do is ask questions so that help him open up for you. So, for example,
so I do the electrical for him.
Right.
When they're quiet, I'm quiet.
Okay, so you kind of
right. And when they're quiet means that you're quiet. Is that having an impact on you, if anything? Or how is that affecting your business at the moment? Because currently with the way it is, do you feel like if they're quiet or not being able to control your business, do you feel like you're putting the future success of your business in someone else's hands? And how does it feel not being in control of your business the way you want to be?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, I don't know or know when to say these kind of things. Like, I don't think it's in my locker yet, if that makes sense.
That's because you just got to get your repertoire of questions. Because all he's done is he's told you the thing. He said the problem, and you just didn't capitalize on the problem. So it's really just about capitalizing the problem. And when they're quiet, how often does that happen? Because what we want to do, when someone gives you a problem, you want to understand the time frame of the problem, the impact of them on the business, and then the impact of the problem on them personally. So if there's four things, or three things really, because it's time frame, impact on them, the business, impact on them personally. Because the thing is, though, any impact that happens in a business has a personal impact, especially when it's a small sole trader. So we need to get that all clarified. So you've been relying on someone else to fuel your business for how long? And what impact is that having on the business? No cash flow. And you having no cash flow, what is that doing to you? And can I ask, how long can you sustain doing this for until something actually is changed on you just wanting to change? That's what's called a mini consequence. But we need to get the problem fleshed out. That is your biggest delta at the moment. Without the biggest problem dealt, without your problem fleshed out, what's happening here? You see this? You're doing all the talking. I bet you are very happy after this call. Because he needs to be talking more. You need to get him to explain what's happening in his business. You need to get him to sell himself into doing this rather than you doing it. Are you with me? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing how it works?
I think I just need to be looking back at it. I'm just brushing off on such key things it's telling me. Oh.
And here's the thing, because most closers or most people when they're selling, they think that this is one blatantly obvious huge thing that's the problem, and you're like, wow, I can see it, right? It's usually the little nuanced things that they say. It's the small, tiny bit of it, and you go, oh, hold on. You heard it. When they're busy, when they're quiet, I'm quiet. Ooh, and you just brushed right over it. But that's literally the thing. So if they went out of business tomorrow, God forbid, if they did though, what happens to your business? You putting the future success of your business in someone else's hands with their lead flow, or when they're busy, then you get busy. And what happens is they just have to close up shop. Now you've got a problem that you can solve. And you've got a big gaping wound for him that he needs to solve. Essentially plugging the holes in the boats for him.
I see.
Because you want to look at yourself as a trusted advisor here. And so what most people do, for example, especially when you're talking about businesses who are struggling getting leads, they think it's something like this. Think about it in a boat, right? And they're in a boat and they think that by them bailing the water out is the best thing for them. There's a hole in the other side of the boat, which is what's causing the water to show up. But they think they're just bailing water out and going, let me just keep doing it. Where it's like, no, if you just plug the hole, you can bail out water and you can stay afloat. And so at the moment, he has not enough leads, and that lead is going to show up in other areas, and we need to be able to get him to realize that.
Makes sense.
Too much? Or
No. It's just how I say it, because that's probably the thing I struggle with as well. First, even identifying, and then just like probing on the actual problem, and then after that, it's like, how do I do that?
well, here's the good thing. You know English, so you know how to say it. The second part is you need the confidence to say it. It's not how, bro. You know English. It's now how can you get confident enough to say it for yourself? That's what we'll work on. Conviction, but it's also you not being afraid. If someone bites back at you, you being able to go, yep, cool, thanks a lot. And you just keep going with your process rather than going, oh shit, oh, I'm so sorry. And you start to fold like a lawn chair, right? What you want to do is you want to go, if you bite at someone and they bite back at you, you just go, oh, cool. I must have pinched a nerve. That's really cool. Tell me about that. Because then that's a problem. If someone reacts, that means you're pushing some buttons. That means either you're being an actual dick or you're pushing a problem that they don't feel comfortable with, and you got to start pushing that button harder. Because no one reacts when it doesn't hurt. So they're either going to react because they go, I've been through this process a lot. This is frustrating, which that is understandable because they probably talk to a lot of shit sales reps. Or they react because they go, I don't want to talk about this because this is really uncomfortable. So can you please shut the fuck up? But that's when you go, that's a problem we need to discuss. Because all the things you want are the things you're avoiding. So why are you avoiding that right now? And you sit down with them and you go, let's have a chat about this properly. Following? Cool. Let's keep it flowing and I'll show you some other stuff to go through here.
I did the high pages and then I did another guy, sort of what yourself was doing. But then
you talked to another guy. But there's other ways to get your name out there. You could just hire someone off to get a billboard. Well, why are you choosing
Here we go.
Is that not what I thought? Is that the whole point of series like to grow with you?
I'm just saying that like there's other ways to market. There's different types of marketing. So we're primarily a lead generation as well as we run your ads.
What do you mean run my ads?
Also, we run ads for our clients. But what do you think you would need in terms of getting your business up and running? I'm getting it out there more. Like, what do you think you would need?
Well, is that not what I'm coming for you for?
Oh no, I'm just saying in terms of marketing, yeah, that's obviously one thing. But is there anything else that you think?
So it's not just the questions you're asking, to be honest, because the thing is that he's actually a bit of a smart ass. He said this a few times. Isn't that why I'm coming to you? So he's a bit of a smart ass. So one of the reasons why he's a bit of a smart ass is obviously because you don't have enough of a frame.
Not trusted, not seen as a trusted advisor, right?
Not necessarily a trusted advisor, because you are the trusted guy, because obviously you have what he does, what he wants, because you know how to run it. The thing that he has a hard time is you're asking, respectfully, bro, you're asking some silly questions, you're getting silly answers. And you're not picking up the things he's putting down. You're picking up random shit. He goes, my business problem, and you're going to the next question in the script rather than doubling down on what he needs right now. So again, this is one of our first calls together. So this is going to be a little bit like a drink from the fire hose of me just telling you stuff. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to synthesize this down in separate calls and separate resources I'm going to build for you. So then you can know exactly what to say and how to say it. And you're going to have a really tight script. And then from there, you're going to have a really good library of stuff in your head to go, I know what to say here in this situation. And I'm going to teach you all that. Strap in.
You would need in terms of your business, like existing lead database and actually nurturing your current customers.
Is that like leaving reviews on the websites or stuff like that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, so like nurturing assets. So following up an existing lead database sort of thing.
Well, the thing is that there are no leads. Maybe that's where we get now. I've got no leads.
All right. So I thought you mentioned to me earlier that the leads you're getting from were mainly referrals, right? What I'm saying is, like, do you have a way to reach out to those existing leads automatically?
No, I don't.
So when it comes to actually having a backend system as well, so do you currently have something in place that allows you to systemize your entire business, or are you doing this manually?
Manually.
Right. So say once we've got the right strategies in place, we've got the lead acquisition channel, bringing in consistent leads, what would that look like for the business then?
Oh, bro, then. Consistent work.
What does consistent look like to you?
Well, I've still been on the tools.
Are you on the tools now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When this job got held up,
So you haven't worked for 2 days. How long has this been going on for?
This is the first week.
or the first week you've actually experienced it? Once the business is at the stage where you've got that consistent calendar of book jobs 3 weeks in advance, what does that look like for you personally, Will?
Well, I like to work, say, 6 to 8 hours or however long, and then I'm more happy to do the admin stuff after work. But I want to look at getting an apprentice within the next 6 months to a year.
And with the business as it is, closely actually being able to achieve those things.
You speak so well, bro. You speak well. It's just that you're asking the wrong questions.
It's so messy.
But it's okay, because this is again why we get coaching. You speak well. So the things that like you can articulate and you've got conviction in what you're saying. It's just that you're too far down the line because we haven't got a clear problem still. We've got a somewhat of a clear problem. We haven't fleshed out the problem. We haven't got a clear rationale on why he's doing this and what was it that actually leads him, why he needs to help now though. Those are the things that we don't have. We just have, it's been 2 days and I feel almost to an extent, which it might feel like I'm kind of bored. Whereas, for example, it's like almost asking him, because for example, if I was on this call, I would ask him earlier, are you usually quite reactive to your business or proactive to your business? Because you knowing that you don't have any leads in the pipeline, what's held you back from getting this sorted sooner when you knew you had no leads than leaving it to the point where you have 2 days of no jobs? And how much is that costing you at the moment? Because then he'll have to take ownership of those decisions in his business.
You can just tell by the body language that he doesn't even want to be there.
I think he wants to be there, but he has a level of, he's just arrogant. But the thing is though, that he shouldn't be arrogant because he clicked on your ad and he showed up to your call. Settle down, bro. But the only reason that is also because you are asking him questions. Again, ask the questions or out of sequence questions. You get 3 answers, essentially. What do you think?
I'd say realistic within a year. I've just got to wait for a few tenders I've submitted and some people I know. It's some big builders going into the commercial sector. But I think just right now at the start, I just need some more leads coming in. And you have to wait for those projects to start. So also one stuff in the pipeline that's 5 months down the track. We also need some small stuff now to keep it going, pay the bills.
And I feel like it's pretty clear at this point, but I feel like it's still worth mentioning because a lot of business owners, even though they need to know the changes that they need to make, it's never as clear hindsight, right? What happens if you don't change the way you do things now and you keep doubling down on things that haven't been working?
Oh, I'm just going to keep relying on my cousin and people like that. If he's going to work, I'm going to work.
But a lot of business do that though. Like they actually double down on things that haven't been working. How long are you willing to actually keep doing that for? And relying on your cousins for work?
Well, that's why I'm on the phone call. I don't want to do it all.
Right. So now do you think it's the right time to make some changes, Will?
Yeah.
See. So based on what we've gone over, I'm more than happy to actually walk you through
9 minutes. A 9-minute discovery session. Oh Lord.
Oh, I think this was probably my second most recent call as well. I think
the fact that you've closed big deals so far goes to show that we just need to find 1 or 2 small things, bro, and you are off to the races.
I think it's digging into their pain. Oh, I just don't. They tell me their pain, and then I just go whatever it says on the script next. It's like, oh, it's bad.
You want to have that conversation almost like you're having a conversation with your friends. So you're relying on your cousin. Do you like that? Why don't you like it, bro? Tell me about it. What's going on over there? Why don't you like that? And is that, dude, what's that doing to you? How much longer can you keep doing that for, bro? Almost that conversation where it's like you genuinely care about it, but it's like you're talking to your best friend. And he has to open up, and it seems genuine rather than just time for a change. But we're 9 minutes in. This is the concern. 9 minutes into it, and we're there yet. That's some big dramas. Because it doesn't have anything to grip right now.
I'd say this is probably my worst call I've ever done.
That's okay.
Not my greatest.
We've all had bad calls, bro. You just can't keep doing it. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. What happened here?
And so new lead.
How are you getting this though? What they find you on Meta?
Sorry, what do you mean?
How do you find this lead out that this person wants to do this?
So we run them through a Meta form. It's inbuilt into Meta. So once they've actually submitted their details, answer the questions, it gets sent to our system, which we use as GHL. And it automatically syncs up to that integration and it gets sent to your phone. So all of this is automatic.
Right.
Does that kind of answer your question?
Or what? So that person goes onto Google or whatever?
No. So okay, I'll just show you this just so it makes it a bit easier to understand. So a lead inquiry comes from your ad, right? They fill out the form. They fill in the details, whatnot. Once they do that, they'll get instant.
And then seeing our ad pop up and they click our ad and then they go.
In saying that, we also have automated follow-up messages that are being sent to different types of leads. So cold leads, hot leads. Pretty much it just reactivates any type of lead. So let's just say there's been a cold lead that hasn't been responded to in a while. Automations kick in and ask them, hey, are you still interested in the service? That sort of stuff. So you're not really doing this all manually, right?
Yeah.
So in saying that, if you did become a client of ours, we'll always have communication and clarity. So that way, if you ever have any questions, you can always ask us. So what we like to use is WhatsApp, a one-on-one private WhatsApp chat with me and my team. We also have growth resources as well. So everything that we make goes into a Google Drive. So this can be an ICP sheet, creatives, all your leads, it goes into one Google Drive. So even though if you do decide not to work with us, you still have all of your assets that we made for you. Now, say we signed you, we'll obviously start an onboarding process. So just like a call like this, we'll have a one-on-one. We're going to connect your business suite and CRM and everything together. So I'll ask for your details, just that sort of stuff, so we can get the ads up and running, right?
Yep.
And this is our growth roadmap. So in week 1, we'll obviously start the onboarding call. We're going to review ICP. So are you familiar with what ICP is?
No.
ICP is ideal customer profile. So we really need to understand who your customer is, the way of thinking, how they act, because it gives us an advantage when we actually make these ads. Because if we can tap into how they think, then it's going to convert more of ads, because we know their pain points, right?
Yep.
And so at the end of the week 1, we're also going to be warming up your Meta account. So Meta tends to be a bit touchy with people that start up and just start launching ads straight away. They might flag it as spam. So we need to actually warm up your account. So it signals to Meta that you're actually a real business and it's not just spam. Week 2, we're going to launch your ads, gather and track real-time data and feedback, as well as to optimize ads to ensure KPIs are being met.
Yep.
Week 3, we're going to iterate on winning ads. So we might be saying, hey, Will, this e-charger ad is doing particularly well. $50 ad spend budget a day. We recommend you to increase it to 100, 10 leads a day instead of just 5, right? And we're also going to be building out and testing new creatives as well. So we're not just going to give you 2 ads and call it a day and never talk to you again. We're always going to be constantly reiterating ads, creating new ads, new hooks, new angles, that sort of stuff. End of week 4, we're going to do a 30-day performance review. So we're going to be on a call like this, go over how the month went, see where things can be optimized, the how we can make. On this call, we'll actually make adjustments to hit milestone goals as well.
Why do you look so embarrassed?
I just don't like watching myself on my calls.
You're right. Okay. So one thing that's hooking you here, right? So this is important. So when you go on a holiday, let's say, where's the last holiday you went on?
Thailand.
Thailand. So imagine you go on your holiday to Thailand, right? And you're sitting in the plane, and then the pilot comes out and it says, he goes, everybody, just FYI, before we actually take off, I want you to put your drinks down, and I'm going to show you exactly how the landing gear works. I'm going to show you how the flaps work. I'm going to show you how all these things work. And then we're going to take off. You're going to be like, bro, I was just downloaded 3 movies. And I was ready to lock the hell in. True?
Yeah.
When the pilot goes, hey guys, just an FYI, when we land in Thailand, it's going to be about 7 a.m. And at 7 a.m., it's going to be 32 degrees. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. You're going to get into a taxi. You're going to go straight to the airport. You're going to go straight from the airport to your hotel. You're going to sit there, arrive. The buffet breakfast is going to be nice and hot, and we're ready to fucking rock and roll. Which one sounds better?
You just said.
Exactly. The thing is, though, he does not give a fuck about anything you're telling him. He just wants to care about the outcome. Get me to Thailand. Just get me to the destination. Because these guys don't actually care about how you get them to the destination. They just want to know that, are you going to give me leads that are going to pay me? So how you swap this out, bro, is you sell the outcome. So here, for example.
New ads, new hooks, new angles, that sort of stuff. End of week 4, we're going to do a 30-day performance review. So we're going to be on a call like this, go over how the month went, see where things can be optimized, the how we can make.
So 30 days, you're probably going to get really good quality leads. What we want to do is figure out where those leads are coming from and double the down on them. So what I'm going to need to do is catch up with you every 30 days to make sure the feedback I get from you is accurate, so when I can go back and run the ads properly. So are you able to, every 30 days, allocate some time to go through all the people who were good, who weren't good, so that I can provide you the highest quality leads? Right? You're selling the outcome and you're getting authority during this conversation. Second part. On this call, we'll actually make adjustments to hit milestone goals as well. So you might have a milestone goal of hitting 30K a month. How is going to be then, how are we going to get to that point? How, like, obviously there'll be a plan that we need to abide by. So after that's done, we're also going to build 1 to 2's roadmap. Same thing as this. See where things can be optimized. Is doing particularly well. All you're doing is telling me that potentially this thing might work, and then you ask me for more money later. Yeah, fuck. Think about it like that. So you need to be able to speak the language and go and speak, make him feel comfortable around what you're saying, not just say, well, I'm going to ask you for more money eventually. That's just going to cause you a whole bunch of dramas. What you need to do is sell the outcome. Keep selling the outcome. Sell Bangkok. Sell Thailand. Not sell the features. Because no one really cares about the seat unless you're in first class of business. So would I get rid of my whole thing? Miro? No, you don't want to get rid of the Miro board. We just want to change the language around the Miro board. Miro board works because, dude, Chen's closing 5 out of 7 deals with the Miro board that we built him. So he's closed. We don't want to change the Miro board. All we need to do is change how you're Miro board. So you're talking about all this sort of stuff. Like electrician. Cool. So electrician guy goes, great. Let's just make you a switchboard. Right, and he shows you all these switches, and he goes, so just an FYI, these switches, we're going to optimize these ones, and you're just like, dude, just turn the lights on. Just turn the lights on. I care. That's the equivalent of what these guys want to hear. They want to hear understanding of it, like, so I get it, but they don't want to be like, here's the nuance, step by step. They just want to know, can you turn my lights on now?
So sell that out. It's not the system.
Yeah.
And we're also going to be building out and testing new creatives as well. So we're not just going to give you two.
So for example, get him to be reciprocity. So we're also going to be creating new like, I have no idea what that means. So what you want to say is, like, for example, it's like how things wear out over time. Like you be prospect. So Oscar, do you know how you, like, obviously with you things wear out over time?
Yeah.
Yes. What happens with advertising, right? If you're not actually running it properly, the way we teach you or the way we run our ads, what happens? Things wear out over time. So what that means is every 2 days you're gonna be in front of the camera filming random stuff, and you're one of those TikTok dancing chicks now, right? What we want to do is make sure we have the right advertising with the right sequencing, so then you can have efficient advertising, not just like having to turn through a bunch of stuff and you end up having to be the camera guy. We'd much rather you be in your genius zone coding and winning jobs and tenders rather than you sitting in front of a camera. Do you feel like that would help you?
Yeah, 100%.
And what also will allow you to do is, one consistent stream of income coming in for you, rather than you always happen to be sitting there having to try and find new business. Business starts to come to you. So you're what I like to call an attractional electrician, not trying to find people and hunting out there. So the leads come to you because they're attracted to you. How would that change your business for you at the moment?
Yeah, that would be pretty.
In what way though, from your perspective?
Yeah, I'm have like it'll come to you instead of just you having to always chase for work. Without make my life a lot easier.
Yeah, in areas though, would it make it easier for you?
Especially in my time. Especially, yeah, because I'm getting older and yeah, can't always be chasing work.
How was that?
That was so good. But
you see all we're doing is we're not selling anything else except for the outcome.
Yeah.
Because who the hell wants to sit in front of the camera all day?
No one.
Exactly, except for OF models, right? So what we're gonna do is go, okay, great. I want to do it. Perfect. So I'm gonna tell them we're not gonna do the thing you don't want to do, but what we're gonna do is make sure this works here, which is the only way I'm gonna be able to do it by me teaching you it. So what happens is you become the girl in the red dress. He goes, I want what he has. Following?
Yeah.
Good. This is gonna be a little bit to digest initially.
Yeah.
However, 2 or 3 more calls, bro, and you'll be. That's like Chen. Chen was closing like nothing, and all of a sudden I did 2 or 3 sessions with him, dialed in his script, and literally closing 5 out of 7.
And call it a day and never talk to you again. We're always going to be constantly reiterating ads, creating new ads, new hooks, new angles, that sort of stuff. End of week 4, we're going to do a 30-day performance review. So we're going to be on a call like this, go over how the month went, see where things can be optimized, the tell we can make. On the call, we'll actually make adjustments to hit milestone goals as well. So you might have a milestone goal of hitting 30K a month. How is going to be then, how are we going to get to that point? How, like, obviously there'll be a plan that we need to abide by. So after that's done, we're also going to build 1 to 2 roadmap. Now, this is just some client results. Actually onboarded on the 5th of June. So in the first 48 hours of launching his ads, we were able to generate him 12 leads. So he liked to target switchboard installations and EV chargers. But on the top of my head, he was able to convert 50% of those jobs. So 6 book jobs in total from 12 leads. Another client of ours, Quang, 3 months after launching his ads, we were able to generate him 341 leads. And with a close rate of 30%, he was able to convert 102 jobs. Now, Quang targeted.
Can I ask, what is your close rate at the moment?
Like 14%.
No. You ask him that.
Oh.
If I gave you 341 leads, how many do you reckon you could close?
So flip it towards him, like make him engaged into the pitch.
Yeah, because you also have to be mindful. All this space is just him bored, talking in his head. Because remember what I spoke about? Were you on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if the prospect has a jury in their own head where they're having their own conversation while you're talking, and they're just sitting there going, bullshit, I don't know, how do I think that could work, all this stuff. So you need to interrupt the jury, right? All the voices. Again, how we could keep him engaged. Because the more engaged he is, the less he's in his head. Switchboard work, EV charges, and downlight work. So the average job was around 2,500, give or take. Now we were able to generate him 255,000 in revenue alone. Now, after all the expenses, so material, labor, insurance, ad spend, as well as what we charged him, he was able to generate $51,000 in profit after launching his ads. Now, that's pretty much everything in a nutshell. Will, do you have any questions?
No, actually really well explained. So how many clients do you have? Yeah,
so at the moment, like we have 5 clients, and we've only been in business.
Okay, we never said. Why would you say I'm new?
Transparency.
But the thing is, though, it's not like he didn't ask you how new are you.
Yeah, that's true. Just ask how many clients I have.
Yeah, so you go, yeah, no, we're who we work with because we want to provide quality over quantity. So we've only got about 5 right now, and then we're really going to max out soon we're about maybe 10, but of quality guys around us. Because he didn't ask you anything.
That's little things.
It's what you make up in your head.
Yeah.
Listen, the prospect says, not what you're listening to your voice in the head.
Yeah. You're in my head too much sometimes.
This is a sales session, not a psychology session. We'll get to that one later.
Yeah.
But we need to be able to get him to, one, clearly he's asking, he goes, that's really well explained. Oh, how come? You just have process broken down. And do you feel like that process can actually work for you though? Yes. How come? But why though? Because like you guys have clear process. All right. Is there any parts of it about it you don't like? No, I love everything. Great. So now what are you doing? You're eliminating any objections you might ask because I love everything. Right. Now there's only one objection: fear of money. That's it. I'm scared it might not work out for me. I don't have the cash. Do you see what we're doing here though? Yes, no?
Free handling?
Yeah.
So we're just limiting the objections at the end by asking these things.
You were closing doors, bro.
Mm.
Picture the hotel and the lobbies. Not the hotel lobbies, like when you stay at a really nice hotel and there's like hallway doors. So essentially what you want to do is you want to picture it like this. Anything that the prospect gives you as an objection, think of it as a door. And what you're doing is they are at the end of the other side of the hallway and you are at the beginning of the hallway. And then all you are doing is as you're taking one step or asking an intentful question, all you're doing is I'm going to close that door. And then you're going to take one step forward. I need to close that door. Because when you get to the end of the hallway, all you want to do is be able to go, we're going to shake hands and you can't escape through any of these doors.
Mm.
So you got to close doors as you move through a conversation. So pre-handle, do you have a partner? Do you have someone that needs to be making decisions with you? Do you have access to cash flow? Do you believe this can work for you? Is there any parts about it you don't like? Do you need any concerns or any advertising, or do you believe you can make this work? Anything of that kind. As soon as they agree and they double down on it and you go, are you sure you can do it? You close the door, you put a lock on it, you twist that key and you move forward. That's all you got to do. Which is what I'll teach you.
Long way to go.
Not that long, bro. Don't put a gap between where you are now and where you're going to be. Chen did it in 3 calls and he did like 3 calls, he did 45 grand.
$3.
So 3 proper coaching calls and then he ended up being 45 grand. So don't put a gap where you are.
Business for over a year.
Yeah, but I like that you're more engaged than other people.
Oh, what did other people do?
Oh, like exactly like you said, that once they book you in and then like you just what you hear other people. But like they book you in and then you don't talk to them and then all they send you leads.
Oh, really? You don't even get in contact with your marketing agency?
Not anymore. No, but other guys still like to about their voice. They no.
Yeah.
Just know the work will come. But I don't know. It just seems everyone nowadays on Instagram and
everyone's doing that.
Exactly right.
Like, even myself.
All the come through. So
gauge with things will. Let's just say on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like, oh, bro, like, I want to get off this floor right now, and 10 being like, you know what, like this is like it can help me get to the next stage. Where do you think you lie on the scale?
Probably like a 7, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I think will help your business the most.
Well, yeah, like I need the leads coming in. So that's the thing. If you said you show examples of those guys. Well, yeah, like I need the leads coming in. So that's
being like, you know what, this business looks like it can help me get to the next stage. Where do you think you lie on the scale?
Probably like a 7, right?
Yeah. Okay.
7 or an 8, pretty high. Why so high? That's not a think about it. High. So you're pretty high. Why so high? Because I believe the system work. Okay. And so you're at a 7 out of 10, 7 or 8 out of 10 now. Like, what does a 2 look like? Or 2 look like I'd be hanging up on you. Oh, great. So you're pretty committed to seeing this work then? I am. Lock them in.
Do you like think of what to say that though?
What do you mean?
Like that kind of stuff. Because like I would like when to say stuff like that.
You'd never know how to say stuff like that?
Yeah, I would never know how to say stuff like that.
Isn't that here so you can learn?
Yeah, that's true.
It's mental models. That's all you're doing. You're just building a mental model of how to think.
Yeah.
So I'll show, again, well, this is all stuff I'll show with you, but it's a mixture of how to think properly, proper experience, then obviously enough reps. And so those are all things you're about to get equipped with. Yeah, that's what's future pace as well, what I just did on you. So and you're going to, wow, I want to do that, right? But see, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But what do you think will help your business the most?
Well, yeah, I need leads. I need the leads coming in. So that's the thing. If you said you show the examples of those guys getting, however many in 1 month or whatever, and the conversion rate. So Absolutely.
rate is highly dependent
On
well,
absolutely.
generate the leads and we qualify them for you. But at the end of the day, it's your job to close because we can get you a lot of leads, right? But if you can't close, then you can't really put that on us.
No, absolutely. Not at all. I know. And that's the thing. It's just getting them. Like, I don't like fishing. I don't you do. I have no idea how to get leads. You know, I can do a switchboard or put in an EV charger, but I can't cut this thing or, code this bell matter.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, do you have other final questions?
But again, if we were to put people who are genuinely interested in putting EV chargers and switchboards into their house, do you think that you can actually convert a fair few of those? Like, do you believe you have the skill set to do that? Yeah, I do. Great. Solve that problem pretty quick. We just got to get the leads in front of you now. Because now you can double down his commitment. Because one thing you have to be mindful of, what you said was, there's nothing wrong with that. Only thing though is it is kind of like, feel like he's just pushed that on me. It's all my responsibility. He'll take no responsibility. And then they're like, why did I hire him? They want you to feel like you can take responsibility of it too. So I'll drive the leads to you. Do you believe you can close them? Yes. Right. Good partnership. Shake hands. Because that's all they want to hear. Anybody, all they want to hear when they're getting coaching, consulting, anything, all they want to hear is, are you willing to take responsibility for the result? And if you go, I'm willing to take responsibility for the result, are you willing to take responsibility for your results? Yes, great. We can work together then. That's all they want to know. Is it, are you enough to take responsibility in the result with me? Or are you going to leave me by myself? And as soon as one feels like I'm going to be left by myself, that's when they're going to pull back out. They're going to go, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't feel safe. I don't want to continue the conversation. I don't think I can work with you. Because all they want to do, because the biggest thing a human wants to feel is understood. As soon as he feels understood and he feels safe in the fact that, again, you help him and then you're willing to be in the with him, he's fine. Is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think they just feel like more confident that, they're in hands. If you're understanding, then there's going to be no partnership, right? So if you understand, be like more confident, me, if like there was an between the both of us.
Just wants to know, are you in it with me? Same thing as when you invested into me, bro. All you want to know, are you in it with me? Like, are you gonna one-on-one in it with me? And I was like, welcome. And I gave you the conviction to go, okay, I'm gonna win it. And then you had evidence from other guys who I've coached and all that sort of stuff, and you go, okay, well, they're getting results, and that's all. But you just want to know, are you gonna one-on-one be in it with me? And that's what you get. Same thing he wants to feel. Humans are tribal, so that's what they want.
Yeah, so we like to do upfront payment of $8,000. So the ad spend as well. That doesn't go towards us. The 50% spend budget goes towards Meta as well. So the 8,000 is the management fee that we charge.
Right.
Yeah.
And how is it? So what? So is it? And then do you guys do like a subscription or what?
Yeah. After the we work on a monthly retainer as well.
And what's that?
Yeah, it's 2,500.
So
yeah.
Leads. Yeah. Right. And all that's profit.
Well, these are just two examples. Yeah, but Quang has been pretty profitable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leads.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. And
what? Did you say profited?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. How much expensive you lost?
Yeah.
I've been, yeah, well, they're profitable in the sense that they run their business, but are they profitable in the sense of, is their business profitable? I can't, because I don't know. Three of them have a Range Rover under financing. Joe, the reason you asked, sorry, if they're profitable?
Yeah. Probably uncertain. Trying to find that certainty.
Yeah, but he's asking like a week. Like,
yeah.
You find it correctly. It's like, well, these are all the guys and they're profitable.
Well, these are just two examples. Yeah, but Quang has been pretty profitable.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like, he was able to generate $51,000 in profit.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the total invested, like that's a 2-1 return on investment.
Yeah. So how did you get into this? Like, not to you seem from.
Can I be honest with you, bro? Like, I came from a Sparky trade myself.
Oh yeah.
No, I only got.
Don't never say, "Can I be honest with you?" That means, because if you say, "Can I be honest with you?" that means that kind of subconsciously goes, "Has he been honest the whole time before?"
Yeah.
You're too slow down.
Yeah, my mind's ADHD.
That's a good excuse.
You seem pretty young.
Can I be honest with you, bro? Like, I came from Sparky trade myself.
Oh yeah.
No, I only got up to like my second year with you. Yeah. I like it. But I always get them.
Yeah, I always was digging back. Yeah, and I like being a Sparky. If you can't get leads, you can't run your business, and I don't want to be stuck like that. So I'd much rather know how to get the leads and then do that, because I know that's a very high valued skill. Because things that anyone like, you can do Sparky stuff, but if you can't get the leads, you're no good.
So crack another J.
Eventually, but it's all subtle little dig.
Yeah, marketing side of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, joined a mentorship program, and they told me like, look, just choose a niche that you have, and I just chose electrical businesses, man. That's how I kind of started.
You started them.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm a big person on just telling the truth, So telling the truth, I'm more than happy to go for it. As long as you're not feeding me bullshit.
Are you feeding? I would go, but are you feeding me any bullshit?
flip it on him. Yeah, probably not the guy, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not really confrontational.
It's not about being confrontational. It's about being honest. Like, as long as you're not flipping me bullshit. Yeah, have you been? And like, no, I haven't. Oh, okay. Well, then I know you'd bring that up.
Yeah, he's a bit of a smart ass.
A little bit. The thing is that he's probably looking at going like, what's this kid talking to me on the phone for?
No, definitely not. Like, look, I can meet you up in Sydney as well. We can go for a coffee if you want, and we can just.
You're leaning into that frame. I'll meet with you. I'll do that. It's like, bro, you need more than I need you. You need my leads.
Talk. I can answer any questions that you have, man. Like, I'm Sydney based. I'm happy to go up. Travel. We all travel to our clients as well to film video ads.
So you film?
Also, yeah, we film it. Yeah, happy to do for you and better for me because yeah. So
it's like, it's not the Q&A. It's you are leaving nothing to the imagination, which means there's no desire. You want to give this. You almost want to have an illusion that you're like this like, I don't know, fucking Slumdog Millionaire kind of guy. I don't know if Slumdog Millionaire is a kind of like right example, but I'm like, it's like illusion that you like this dark kid. It's just like, yep, I'm over here, my North Face puffer, and I can get you fucking leads, bro. Do you want it or not? All right, don't ask me more questions about my business. I've got a team, and they can drive leads to you. Do you want that? Now, people might argue that. However, I have to tell you about who's in my team and how many people are in there and all that sort of stuff. It's like, doesn't matter. Do you want the leads or not?
They run a bit of admin work.
Okay.
Yeah, but pretty much me if you think about it. Yeah. If you consider VA to be a worker. Yeah.
Because it's what he could potentially be thinking about his objections. So objection wise, it goes, okay, it's just him. How's he managing all this? What happens if he gets impacted? What if he just drops me one day? All those things, and those become red flags for him. Laying in his head, going, no. Realize that I don't want to do it. Too many red flags.
Oh, mate. Well, look, I'm interested, and I like the idea that like I saw your ad and I saw it, and then like but you look small. I kind of like that. I want someone that's small. I've
never heard of that, mate, though. But okay.
Well, it's because I'm small as well. I want someone this thing.
I thought you meant like small, as in like I look small physically.
No, like 6,000 people. That
you should be like, dude, what the hang up on you? You seen Jackie Chan?
Body dysmorphia. Go to the gym for what? But yeah.
So
yeah, still new, but
yeah, but be like, bro, like I completely play you're small. I guess is that a concern for you? Do you want to be small?
With the work we're able to provide for our clients as well, I think it's pretty fair to say like we definitely know what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, mate.
Yeah. So what happens is we usually take care of the payment. I'll send you an invoice, the contract as well, and we can get started from there. I'll send you over an onboarding form, get you to fill out some questions, just a bit about your business, what type of services you do, your business, if you have any photos, that sort of thing. And then I would definitely do an onboarding call. So we're gonna have a call like this. I actually have it here. Where is it? Yeah, so we're going to have the onboarding call as well, review ICP. So we're going to identify your ideal customer profile, the different pain points, how they think, how they act, and we're going to edit that into building a strong offer. So how are we going to use their pain points and put it onto an ad?
Started selling again for some reason. We don't really need to resell them. It's going to go, okay, well, how do you proceed from here? Well, how do you want to get started? Like, how do you want to pay? Just go straight to the money. How do you want to pay?
To attract upper clients, right?
Yep.
Let's just say, for example, you do EV charging stores. A lot of the pain points they have is like waiting at the public, waiting for the charging days. That's just an example of the pain points when using our ads. Yeah. But that's pretty much the process of how we run things after we sort the first payment.
Right.
Yeah.
You do your payment like it's all at once. Like, and then we'll meet at this point, and then after we've reached that point, let's do another 2,000, and then we'll go from there. I can miss all 8,000 at once.
Okay. Is it more like the things like your poor fund? Is that why you asked that, Will?
Well, it's just
because we never like to put our clients into that sort of situation. If if he can sort like a payment.
Oh, just let him speak. Is there a reason you asked? Just see if I can help you out. Then find his objection. Because now you're in objection finding mode. He knows the price. He knows everything. What's happening now? Silence. Be more stoic. Chilled out.
Done.
You can see that I'm transferring $8,000 to someone who only has like 15 people on Instagram that I just had 30 minutes. Yeah. Like no. Or whatever.
That's okay. No, I really appreciate it. Same thing as like someone investing into you, saying that they need to install whatever it is, and they trust that you're a licensed electrician, right? And then I'd hold on. The fact that I was small was a good thing 2 seconds ago. What happened with my 15 followers? Why is that being brought up? Like 2 minutes ago, you had the fact that I was small and I didn't have a big presence, and now all of a sudden you're saying that this is an issue.
Yeah, need to pick up on these things.
The way you pick up on it is by getting out of your head and in the conversation.
Yeah, just always in the thinking of what. Oh God,
what are you thinking though? Because you're not thinking what to say next.
I actually don't know. I think my mind's just blank. It's like listening to.
You're listening for though.
It's likely like questions or objections he has, and then I'm just like ready to explain the thing.
So you sell justify because all you done is justifying yourself rather than
I think that's the problem, justifying everything. Like even like when you mentioned price, I just started like reselling him everything.
So against, hey, I take offense to that. Me and my 15,000 followers are very loyal, okay? Those are very loyal. You and your no leads right now need to chill out, right? You need to have a little bit of level of like just that little bit of cockiness to be like, okay, I'm gonna play with you. Come on, hold on, let's have a bit of fun here. Because the thing is though, you're taking it too seriously, which means you're stiff. You gotta you get the conversation, have fun with them. Hey, hold on, 15 followers and one of them is my mom. Chill out. They're very loyal people. And he'll be like, he'll laugh. And you'll be like, you won't expect it. And then you go, okay, so what happened? What happened earlier where you're like, I really like that you're small to now 15 followers is a big issue for you and you're nervous to invest into yourself in your business. Because then now you're able to get out of the bullshit. Because then the thing is, you're deflecting him. And what he's throwing at you, you're deflecting it rather than going, I'm going to absorb that and fucking go, what do I say? I don't know what to do. Oh shit, he's right. I don't know. I should I should have bought some likes campaigns and should have bought some followers. I'm going to buy some followers after this. Probably should do that. Hey, not that big a deal. I bet you has like 2 followers on it.
Yeah. Well, look, let's just call it $1,000 deposit. And we can finances after our onboarding call. So after you filled out the forms and stuff, then we can split payment just so I can kind of get your commitment.
Like I could have just paid someone. I paid him $3,000 and he was going to build my website, set me up on SimPro and all this thing. He's built my website. It's taken about 9 weeks. He hasn't even spoken to the SimPro guy. There's so many. He's fixed it all now, but it's just, even if it's like it says I'm close, it's just, and he hasn't fixed it yet. And I'm that one. He hasn't uploaded my logo, so when you type in, it doesn't come up. It's just he was called New Digital. NU Digital.
Doesn't ring a bell. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that got burnt, bro. It sounds pretty bad.
Oh, he was just a phenomenon. Like I think it's very easy for people to promise the world. And,
yeah. That's why I'm giving you the offer of let's just deposit of 1K because look, like 1K is not life changing money for me. Like I would not run away with 1K.
Yeah.
I wouldn't business name over 1K. So that's why I'm offering that for you. Once we actually get the leads in though, is then when like I would obviously to pay the remainder, the 8K. Yeah.
Like if I look at it and it's like, well, obviously you just like it's fresh on Instagram and you just transfer $8,000 and
you obviously do due diligence. You can't. But I mean, move forward, Will.
How about you send me the contracts? And as I said, I'm pretty keen to get out there. Like once I start starting up, and then but I want all of these sort of not easy but side jobs as well, where it's a Swift upgrade I can do for a day. Because when I start a restaurant, I might only be able to work 3 days of the week, and then all right, now I'm going to wait for other trades to like this restaurant I'm doing. It's like I think I attended at like 75,000 while I wait for trades. I'll start being independent.
Yeah, that's totally fair. But yeah, I'll start contract. Now, is there anything you need from me in the meantime to make a final decision? Because
based on the research I've done, this guy doesn't have an Instagram anyway. I realize you don't even have an Instagram. Should I trust you?
You searched up his Instagram.
I searched up his Instagram. He doesn't have one. Like, bro, should I trust you? Does he have in Google Pages? I can't even find him on ABN lookup either. So I'd be like, oh, bro, you don't even have Google search, and you can't let these guys affect you.
I'll be totally honest with you. We only work with 2 people in a city. Only because we don't want our clients to be fighting over the same clients.
Yeah,
like I mentioned earlier, I already have. But yeah, I have a couple other guys in the pipeline this week that want to share that with you.
Yeah, you explained that really well.
Who got sold? It's okay, bro.
What?
You got to feel the pain.
I'm feeling the pain.
Sorry?
I'm feeling the pain.
What are you feeling?
I feel like a fire is burning in my stomach right now.
Fuck yeah, there is. You just gotta now. It's using that fire to be able to get better. All right, and there we have it. You just finished the whole video. First of all, congratulations on watching the whole thing. Now you got to see how I coach my guys, a bit of a core review on what I say, the depth we go into, analyzing what's happening, a few jokes here and there, and overall just what happens in my flagship program, which is a Sanctum program. So in that's where we teach guys from how to land the right offers, keep the right offers, improve their close rates, everything in between, and also how to get into remote high-ticket sales if you're not in remote high-ticket sales yet. So if you're interested in finding out some more, please click the link and you know where to find me. And if you want to reach out, you can reach out on Instagram, you can reach out on Facebook, or you can reach out. There's a link below. That link below, just an FYI, it takes you to the VSL. It's called Visual Sales Letter. That VSL will sell you on something. And then from there, you're going to book in a call. And then if we believe you're a good fit, then we'll invite you in. And if not, then essentially there's heaps on the YouTube channel. So hope you get a lot of use out of it. And please click like, subscribe, and get the notifications, because when the next video comes out, you know you're not going to want to miss it. Talk to you soon.